Hey, welcome to today's Piece of Peace. Today we're going to be reading right out of Our Daily Bread. It's devotion this particular devotion is written by Matt Whitmer. You can download the app for Our Daily Bread, or you can go online and order the pamphlets to come to your house. They come out quarterly. The picture starts, Matt Whitmer titles this Run Toward Challenge. That'll be very interesting in our time, how this might correlate with what we're doing today. Run toward challenge. And we start off in 2 Kings 6, and we go from 8 to 17. Let me do a little bit of a setup here. Elisha is a prophet of God. He hears from God. He spends time with God. He hears his word. He hears him speak. The king of Aram is at war with Israel in this particular scripture. And he's trying to set up some camps, and God is telling Elisha where these camps are, and Elisha's warning the Israel leaders, please don't go that way because this is what's going on. And so it takes place in one of these times when the king of Aram was trying to be at war, but Elisha was setting that straight by telling the Israelites how to avoid them. So it starts in 8. Now the king of Aram was at war with Israel. After conferring with his officers, he said, I will set up my camp in such and such a place. The man of God sent word to the king of Israel, beware of passing that place because the Arameans are down there and are going down there. So the king of Israel checked on the place indicated by the man of God. Time and time again, Elisha warned the king so that he was on guard in such places. This enraged the king of Aram. He summoned his officers and demanded of them, will you not tell me which of us is on the side of the king of Israel? None of us, my lord, the king, said one of the officers. But Elisha, the prophet who is in Israel, tells the king of Israel the very words you speak in your bedroom. The Lord spoke to Elisha about things that he was not even present to. The Lord speaks to us. Go find out where he is, the king ordered, so I can send men and capture him. The report came back, he is in Dothan. Then he sent horses, chariots, and a strong force there. They went by night and surrounded the city. Now, when the servant of the man of God, there was a servant of Elisha, got up then and went out early the next morning, an army with horses and chariots had surrounded the city. Oh, my lord, he says to Elisha, what shall we do? And the servant asked him. And Elisha says, don't be afraid. The prophet answered, those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Then Elisha prayed, O Lord, open his eyes so he may see. Then the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he looked and saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. So we're going to go into the devotion. It starts with, he says, Tom chased the young men who were stealing his poor friend's bike. He didn't have a plan. He only knew he needed to get it back. To his surprise, the 3 thieves looked his way, dropped the bike, and backed away. Tom was both relieved and impressed with himself as he picked up the bike and turned around. Then, when he saw Jeff, his muscular friend who had been trailing close behind. That's sort of how things are, isn't it? We think we're doing really good and it's really something else going on. How does that correlate even with God? Like we might be doing something, but we've got him. He's got our backs. Elisha's servant panicked when he saw his town surrounded by an enemy army. He ran to Elisha. Oh no, my lord, what shall we do? And Elisha told him to relax. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Then God opened the servant's eyes, and he saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. If you strive to follow Jesus, you may find yourself in some dicey situations. You may risk your reputation or perhaps even your security because you're determined to do what's right. You may lose sleep wondering how it will all turn out. Remember, You're not alone. You don't have to be smarter or stronger than the challenge before you. Jesus is with you, and his power is greater than all rivals. Ask yourself Paul's question. If God is for us, who can be against us? Really? Who? No one. Run toward your challenge with God. And his question that he posts is, what wakes you up at night? How can you give your worries to God? And his prayer, help me, Jesus, to truly see that you're bigger than the problem facing me today. Thank you for your everlasting presence. So run towards your challenge. What is your challenge? What is it that you could use that backing of Jesus when you're entering into something that you don't feel you're not up for it? But he says, run toward the challenge. I'm going to close with Jesus Calling here. Sarah Young's book, download her app, Jesus Calling. So he says this, make me your focal point as you move through this day. Just as a spinning ballerina must keep returning her eyes to a given point to maintain her balance, so you must keep returning your focus to me. Circumstances are in flux, and the world seems to be whirling around you. The only way to keep your balance is to fix your eyes on me. The one who never changes. If you gaze too long at your circumstances, you will become dizzy and confused. Look to me, refreshing yourself in my presence, and your steps will be steady and sure. There's our piece of peace. May you run toward the challenge as your focus is on your Jesus and as he's that strong presence who's got your back. Blessings today.